Here is your latest Diaspora news. Diaspora. African diaspora join #BreakTheSilence rally to protest US neo-colonialism in Africa. Hundreds of protesters gathered outside the White House in a move to protest against neo-colonialism and US sanctions in Africa. Break the Silence rally brought African diasporas protesting against neo-colonialism and demanding Biden's administration to respect Africa's sovereignty. The protesters also called out the government for ongoing racism in the country and abuse of human rights, especially when it involves people of color. Bermuda. Ex-premier says independence could bring end to racism in Bermuda. Former Bermuda Premier Dr. Ewart Brown believes independence could be the key to ending racism in the majority black British overseas territory. Brown, 75, has said black people, who account for 52% of the 64,000 population, are still treated as second-class citizens in Bermuda and racial discrimination was rife. Whites, the second largest ethnic group, make up 31% of the population, but Brown, who was premier between 2006 and 2010, has said independence, rejectedly overwhelmingly by voters in a 1995 referendum, could change the landscape in an island where the national debt currently stands at $3.1 billion. The former head of the ruling Progressive Labour Party, PLP, said a frank discussion on the subject is the first step towards a better society. Guyana. Guyana OKS Exxon's $10 billion Yellowtail offshore oil project. Guyana's government has granted permission for US supermajor ExxonMobil to develop a fourth offshore oil and gas field. It has made a final investment decision on the $10 billion project aimed at producing up to 250,000 barrels per day. Guyanese authorities announced approval of the Yellowtail project, adding to the company's Liza 1, 2, and Payara fields. It said that nearly 24 successful oil wells since the first in 2015 allows it to so far have access to more than 10 billion barrels of oil in the Guyana basin. The first barrel of oil was pumped offshore in December 2019, making the country of about 800,000 people one of the world's newest oil producers. The approval comes in the midst of a debate between the company and several rights and environmental groups as to whether adequate insurance is in place in the event of an oil spill. Such an event could affect neighboring continental tourism-dependent Caribbean countries, devastating economies and marine life. Brazil. Afro Brazilians still face marginalization in the job sector. In Brazil, more than 50% of the country's 208 million people define themselves as black or pardo, a category in the Brazilian census which describes people of mixed race. However, data show that black people only occupy around 6% of the managerial positions and get paid an average 44% less overall. Although things have started to change in recent years and affirmative action having found fertile ground in Brazil, attempts to improve the recruitment and promotion of black staff and access to education still remains difficult for many black youngsters. United Kingdom. Diaspora. A migration museum dedicated to migrant entrepreneurs opens in London. The Migration Museum in London is opening an exhibition dedicated to migrant entrepreneurs in the UK, spanning from brands like Deliveroo to local business owners. Through various listening booths, videos, and displays, visitors get to understand the company's overseas origins. The museum tells stories of different black-owned businesses in the UK founded by Jamaican men. The company faced racism from banks that considered them as high risk in spite of their high turnover. The museum is designed to look familiar and approachable, a key criterion for the curator, since the museum itself is located within a shopping center. Great news! Tunacheki, Kunda Kids, and Nala have partnered together to bring you Maua and the Gardens of Plenty, our first African's children's book for free. Nala is a money transfer app that uses the latest technology and works with local communities to make payments as hassle-free as possible. The easy-to-use app allows anyone to quickly send money from the UK to Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Ghana, with many other African countries and currencies coming soon, at the lowest rates available. To get a free copy of Maua and the Gardens of Plenty for yourself, family, or friends, download the Nala app, use the code KUNDAKIDS, and make a transfer of as little as £1. For those in the US, you can download the app and RSVP for your free book coming next month. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, follow, share, and like our video. It's the best way of supporting us. And remember, Africa is watching.